Hello there. Welcome back to EMS grade 9. In this video, we want to look at a question paper of November 2023, and we are going to look at paper 2. And we are going to start on our question, which is obviously going to be our question 2, which is on trade unions. So our question, we are given a picture that we are given. Obviously, we have got some pictures that we are seeing there. We have got stock retrenching, and also we have got some people that are appearing to the workers that are obviously on an industrial action. So this is the picture that we're given. That beneath that we're given the first question 2.1, which is define the term trade union. But we know that a trade union is an elected leadership and bargaining committee, bargaining with the employer on behalf of its members. So basically, trade union is made up of workers, and they are representative of workers that act on behalf of workers as they negotiate with the employer, for example, better working conditions, improved salaries and wages, and many other aspects. So it is basically an association of workers. So I'm going to do the explanation that we have, with description that we have in terms of trade union 2.1. In organized trade union is an organized association of workers in a trade group of trades or profession formed to protect and further the rights and interests of its members. So this is the second part of the question. It reads tabulate the differences between a go-slow and a picketing. Remember, when we are having a go-slow, this is just an occasion when employees work more slowly and with less effort than usual. That's the explanation on a go-slow. And on picketing, on the other end, we are talking about a form of protest in which people or workers gather outside a place of work, or it might be an event where an event is taking place. So that's the idea of picketing. So yes, we are already seeing the difference that is there between go slow and picketing. That on go slow, the workers go to work, but they work at a slower pace than usual. But for picketing, they don't even get into the workplace. They just go and gather outside the workplace. So that can be also a difference that we can try to deduce. So going to our answer section, you see that we have got a difference that we have. On the first difference, we are saying under picketing, workers involved in industrial action go to their workplace, which is very key to increase the support to their cause. They might do this by communicating information or persuading others not to work or not to carry out a part. The other for go slow now, where the difference is coming out, a form of industrial action in which work or progress is deliberate. So that's the difference that we have. That under picketing, this one they do go to work and then they go and slow down the work. So this is the first difference that we have. Then we go to the second one. They do not do the work and do not enter the premises. This is the second difference. And in this case, they enter the premises and do not do the work. They enter the premises and do the work slowly below the average pace. So the difference that is coming out on the second part is that they do not do the work, and here they do the work, but doing the work below the average pace. So that's what we have in terms of these the two differences that we have between picketing and go slow. So we go to the second, the next question that we have, which is we know that the trade union, as we are saying, takes behalf of its workers, of the workers, and we're saying trade unions are representative of workers and they work on behalf of the workers. So one of the functions obviously is to negotiate for better working conditions. So that is can be another function, but functions of trade unions go beyond that. So we are going to see that. We are going to see that functions of trade unions go beyond the issue of negotiating for better wages, for better salaries and wages. They can also offer training programs uh, for its members, and also they can also provide legal advice to its members. Those are some of the functions of the trade union. So we go to the answer section, try to see what we have in terms of those functions, which is now at 2.3. So the first function that we have is that bargaining to improve their members' wages, benefits, and working conditions, and to manage treatments. So being the first ones that will improve their members' lives. Obviously, they also go and try to negotiate with the government so that the laws that are there are in the members or the trade union members advantage. So this is the second one. Then third one, providing professional training, legal advice, and legal representation for their members organizing industrial action. So this is what we have. Then we have got the next one is saying representing workers' interests during disputes with employers. So obviously they represent their members, which are the workers, during disputes, obviously with the employer. Then our last one, working with employers to get employees a greater say in the decision that management makes. So they also go and advocate for the inclusion of its members in the decision-making processes at their workplaces. So this becomes the last one. So we go there and try to see in terms of the next question that we have now. From there now, we go to the next one. And just to take note that on the previous question, we were looking for, the question was asking for three functions of a trade union. So we can just pick three. So obviously our question has got 6 marks, so it means each point had 2 marks. So we go to the next one, 2.4. Read the following statement before answering the questions. The statement reads that most trade unions are independent of any employer. However, trade unions try to develop close working relationship with employers. So obviously, we are seeing a scenario whereby the trade union negotiates with the employer. So obviously, there is a relationship that is going to be created between the two. So which might work on the advantage of the employer and the employee. So 2.4.1 is explain two advantages of trade unions for employers or employees. So we are saying what are the advantages of trade union to the employer, and also what are the advantages of the trade union to the employee, which is the worker. So we go and see what we have in terms of answer section. Under the employer, we are saying trade unions can assist firms in instituting new working practices which can increase labor productivity. So trade unions, they can also assist the employer in trying to come up with new working practices, which obviously will increase the productivity, which is also going to enhance the revenue of the business and also widen their profit margins, which is an advantage to the employer. And then we go to the next part, which is point number 2. The trade unions can bring workers closer to management, which makes the employer to be quickly aware of their workers' grievances. So the employer, if the employer engages the trade union, it means it's easily going to be aware of the employees or the workers' grievances quickly before they get out of hand. So that becomes an advantage from the point of view of the employer. So this becomes the second one. Then you go to the employee, which is the worker. We are saying the advantage of trade unions to the employee, which is the worker, is the higher wages to boost the motivation and productivity of workers. So obviously, we are saying the worker is going to gain from higher wages that are being negotiated, which because we are seeing trade unions representation when they are negotiating with the employer, and obviously if the higher wages come to pass, it becomes an advantage to the employee. So we have said that trade unions are very effective in creating mechanisms to resolve conflicts in the workplace. So also, if there are any conflicts that are taking place between the maybe the management and the workers, obviously the trade unions can be there to make sure that those conflicts are resolved, and it can be a very good working environment when those conflicts are solved. So it is an advantage from the point of view of the employee again, which is our second point. So these are the points that we have in terms of the employee point of view. Then we go to the next part of the question. We say explain two disadvantages of trade unions for businesses or employers. So what are the disadvantages? So we can also deduce some disadvantages from the point of view of the employer. That remember, these trade unions are negotiated for higher wages. So if these where higher wages are now paid, it becomes a disadvantage from the point of view of the production. So higher cost of production can be the result of those negotiations, which is a disadvantage to the employer. So we come here, we see that the advantages that we have listed. The first one is saying continuous push for higher wages can lead to high cost of production, which is very true, which is the first point. The second point, the demand of higher wages can lead to inflation, rising prices, basic goods becoming more expensive. So how does they become more expensive? It's because when they negotiate for higher wages, it means higher cost of production for the employer or the business. And when they face high cost of production, they're going to pass the business is going to pass the burden of the high cost of production to the customer by adjusting the price levels. They increase the prices so that they cater for the high cost of production that they are incurring. In other words, after having their cost of production, they are going to put a markup that is a profit margin on top of the cost of production so that they set the price, and then the price obviously will go up, and that will lead to inflation, that is general increase in the price levels in the country, which is also a negative, which will also become a macroeconomic problem from the point of view of the economy at large. So this is what we have on this part, and then we go to the next part of the question. We have which is going to be the last part, which is going to say complete the following sentence by filling in the missing word or words. Dash is a union representing educators. So we have got many unions that represent educators, but we can try to see according to this video what we have. We have got the SADTU according to the video, and also we've got the PEU. So we go and try to see according to the other section. We've got this SADTU, which is expanded as South African Democratic Teachers Union. And we've got the PEU, which is the Personal Educators Union. So all of them, they are for education. So we go to the last part of the question and see what we have. And last part of the question is saying the National Union of Mine Workers is known as the National Union of Mine Workers is known as, we are seeing that this is the NUM, and it's abbreviated as NUM. NUM is the abbreviation of the National Union of Mine Workers, which is here, which is the NUM. So this becomes the last part of our question. Please, let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. Let's get notified. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. Let's turn on the notification button so that when we upload new videos, you get notified. More typical examination questions are going to come. So let's get notified. Let's meet again in the next video. That's for this video. I'm signing out.